There are more than 100 billion Earths out there in the Milky Way galaxy. This does not include all the other galaxies. Welcome to Anunnaki, where we explore the mysteries of the universe, lost civilizations, and the secrets hidden in plain sight. If you're fascinated by the unknown, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. But still, despite having so many planets, we humans are yet to find another planet with life. And sometimes it makes us wonder, are we alone in the universe? How likely is it that there is life on another planet? Let's find out. The numbers game. The universe is unimaginably large. According to NASA, our universe has roughly 2 trillion galaxies, each containing billions to trillions of stars, and most of those stars have planets of their own. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, has between 100 to 400 billion stars and at least 100 billion planets. Of course, the exact figures are unknown, and the ranges are given because astronomers cannot measure the number of stars and planets. But even if intelligent life is extremely rare, occurring only once in a million or a billion stars, it's still statistically very unlikely that we are the only ones. With so many stars and planets out there, someone else should have made it. By now, scientists have attempted to solve this problem mathematically. There is something called the Drake equation that attempts to estimate how many civilizations exist at any one time within our galaxy that could be capable of communicating. The formula takes into account the rate of star formation in a galaxy, the fraction of stars that have planets, the number of planets that could support life, the fraction of those that actually develop life, the fraction that advance to a stage where they can be detected, and their longevity. The result is a number that tells us how many civilizations should be out there with which we could communicate. When scientists plug different values into the equation based on their best estimates, the answers vary wildly, from a low of about 1 to a high of several thousand. Exoplanets and the habitable zone. Another thing that makes us think that there could be life on another planet is that we have found more and more exoplanets that are similar to the Earth. As of May 2022, scientists have discovered more than 5,500 exoplanets, and more are being found every year. About 500 of these exoplanets lie in the habitable zone or Goldilocks zone of their star, meaning the distance from their star is just right for liquid water to exist on the planet. Researchers say that there could be as many as 100 billion Earth-like planets in our galaxy alone, many of them possibly with life. So far, scientists have not found any planets that are exactly like Earth, but some come close. Take Kepler 442b, for example. This exoplanet is about 1/200 light-years away from us and is almost the same size as Earth. It orbits a star much smaller and cooler than our Sun, which means that its habitable zone is much closer to the star than Earth's. Because of that, scientists are not sure whether the planet has any oceans or whether its surface is rocky or gaseous. But because it is in the habitable zone, it could have liquid water, and scientists are considering it a promising planet to look for signs of life. Another good candidate is Proxima Centauri b, which orbits the closest star to us, only 4.2 light-years away. However, it's also tidally locked to its star, which means one side of the planet always faces its star and the other side is in darkness. Scientists are not sure if there could be life on such a planet. It seems like we will never run out of candidates when looking for life outside of Earth. But remember, just because a planet is in the habitable zone doesn't mean that it definitely has life. Of course, it increases the chances. But in 2020, scientists found out that TRAPPIST-1e, one of the 7 planets of the TRAPPIST-1 system, has an atmosphere that is 8 times thicker than Earth's. If you were to walk on the planet, you would feel like you were walking under 500 meters or 1,600 feet of water. And while the planet receives in theory enough energy from its star to sustain life, it would probably be too hot for life as we know it. Scientists say that life on other planets could not necessarily depend on water. It may be possible that some forms of life may not need water and instead could use solvents such as methane. Scientists are looking at Saturn's moon Titan as a possible place where non-aqueous life could exist. Titan is the only moon in the solar system known to have a thick atmosphere and stable bodies of liquid on its surface. But this is probably not the only place in the universe where non-aqueous life could exist. Extremophiles on Earth. On our planet, we know for a fact that life exists in the most extreme conditions. You can find life in boiling hot water, in deep-sea hydrothermal vents, in caves deep underground with no sunlight, in Antarctica, in the air we breathe, and even in places filled with radiation. In fact, it is believed that life on Earth started in radioactive places. These are examples of extremophile organisms, that is, organisms that can live in extreme conditions. In the past, people thought that life needed perfect conditions to exist, like the ones we have on Earth. But the discovery of extremophiles showed us that this is not true. And if life can survive in such extreme conditions on Earth, it must be able to survive in extreme conditions elsewhere in the universe. This is why many scientists believe that there must be life on planets like Mars or moons like Europa and Enceladus. Both Mars and moons have subsurface oceans that could contain life. In fact, scientists believe that life on Earth might have started on Mars and then moved to Earth via asteroids. Maybe it was a long time ago when the red planet still had a magnetic field that protected it from the sun's deadly radiation. It was not until about 4 billion years ago that a giant asteroid destroyed its magnetic field and left Mars the dry, dead planet we know today. Or maybe the life on Earth came from outer space. If you're enjoying this journey into the unknown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us unlock even more mysteries and bring you deeper into the hidden history of our world. Scientists believe that organic molecules, the building blocks of life, may have arrived on early Earth via meteorites and comets. In fact, about 11 years ago, researchers found amino acids, the building blocks of proteins, in a meteorite that fell to Earth in 1969, but this is probably not the only time that building blocks of life have fallen to Earth. The Fermi paradox. In 1950, physicist Enrico Fermi resolved to tackle the question of why we haven't found aliens yet. He reasoned that if the universe is big enough and old enough, why aren't we receiving signals from civilizations more advanced than ours? This is called the Fermi paradox. There could be many reasons why we haven't found aliens yet. They could be so far away that visiting us or sending messages would take thousands of years. They may be avoiding us either because they consider us too primitive or too dangerous. We might be looking in the wrong way. They may not be using radio signals for communication, but some other form of energy that we can't detect. They could have visited us in the past, but we didn't recognize them or mistaken them for gods. Some people believe that we have been visited by extraterrestrials. Most of them point towards UFO sightings. But what do you think? Have we been visited by aliens or not? Let us know in the comments below. Possible alien life forms. If we did come into contact with aliens, what would they be like? Would they look like us? Would they be hostile? Would they be friendly? Some scientists believe that alien life would probably be carbon-based like us. Carbon is one of the most common elements on Earth and is the basis of all life that we know of. However, others believe that alien life may be silicon-based and that it may thrive in extreme environments such as lava worlds. Advanced aliens may not even be biological anymore. They may have evolved into artificial intelligence that explores the universe on our behalf. What do you think aliens would be like? Let us know in the comments below. Some scientists think that intelligent life destroys itself before reaching an advanced stage. If this is true, then we might be the only ones who made it to this point. But it doesn't mean we will always be the only ones. Who knows? Maybe in a few years we will find some kind of life on another planet. Until then, we can keep wondering. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more fun facts and adventures, don't forget to subscribe and follow our channel. Stay tuned for more exciting content.